This is the triangle vocabulary video lesson. Please watch the video that's posted to Google Classroom or YouTube and follow along and complete your matching worksheet. Today's learning target is I can use specific words to talk about triangles. Whatever you see on your screen, you should write down on your paper. Please feel free to pause the video if it's moving too quickly. An equilateral triangle is a triangle with 3 equal angle measures and 3 equal side lengths. Draw yourself an equilateral triangle. Please feel free to use a ruler. It does not need to be perfect. Mine is clearly not perfect. Because there are 180 degrees in every triangle and 3 equal angles, each of these angle measures will be 60 degrees. We know that each of these sides will be congruent, and I'll mark that by using 1 notch in each of those sides. The next word that we're going to define today is isosceles triangle. An isosceles triangle has 2 equal angle measures and 2 equal side lengths. The third side length and the third angle measure does not matter. So in this sense, all isosceles triangles are equilateral, but not all equilaterals are isosceles. So please pretend these side lengths are straight. So I would say that these 2 sides are the same and these 2 angles are the same. But I don't necessarily know that this third angle or this third side matches any of the other sides or angles. The next definition is scalene triangle. A scalene triangle has 3 different angle measures and 3 different side lengths. So in other words, we are not going to have any matching angle measurements or any matching side lengths. So again, draw your triangle here. I know mine's not perfect. So I know that this angle does not match this angle, and it does not match this angle. And this longest side does not match this medium side, which does not match this smallest side. The next vocabulary word that we're going to review today is right triangle. A right triangle is a triangle with 1 right angle. Draw yourself a right triangle. We could never have 2 right angles in the same triangle because the sum of the angles in any triangle has to equal 180. And a right angle is 90 degrees. So if we had 2 right angles, that would be all 180 degrees. There'd be no room left for the third angle. An acute triangle is a triangle with 3 acute angles. All equilateral triangles must be acute because their measures are 90 degrees, or 60 degrees each, sorry. So as long as I have no right angles or obtuse angles, we'll have an acute triangle. An obtuse triangle is a triangle with 1 obtuse angle. So for my obtuse triangle, I'll draw one that's almost a straight line. So here is my obtuse angle in the bottom right. It's bigger than 90 degrees. My challenge to you is as follows. Why can't I have 2 obtuse angles in 1 triangle? Please try to answer this question on your own. Congruent. 2 shapes are congruent if all their corresponding parts are identical. Remember that corresponding parts are parts that line up in the same spot. So let's draw two triangles here, and your goal is to draw two identical triangles or as close to identical as possible. So let's label my first triangle ABC, and I'll label my second triangle DEF. So these shapes are congruent if AB is the exact same length as DE and BC is the exact same length as EF and AC is the exact same length as DF. But in addition to that, all of my angles have to be the same too. So my corresponding angles, let's see, angle A would have to be the same as angle D. Angle B would have to be the same as angle E. And angle C would have to be the same as angle F. And if those qualifications are all met, then these would be congruent triangles. The next term is construct, as in construct a triangle or construct a two-dimensional shape. When we say construct, we mean draw, but we mean something more than draw. So draw a geometric shape meeting certain requirements using tools such as ruler, compass, and protractor. Don't erase any of your work. I'm not going to draw a visual for this because we will be working on this together in class. If you missed any of those sections, please go back now and make sure your notes are complete. You'll be expected to use all of these words. Once you've done that, please complete the success criteria table at the bottom of your paper. So our success criteria for today are, if I look at the drawing of a triangle, I can describe it using the appropriate terms listed on this page. And if I'm given a verbal description using the words on this page, I can sketch a triangle that matches that description. Please put a check mark in each of the matching up with the appropriate column for each of your two success criteria.